Good day students. In today's class, we are going to learn about files and folders and some basic operations which we do using our mouse and keyboard. So let us start the class. What are files and folders? So any work that you do on your computer is stored in the form of a file. So be it a Word document or an Excel sheet or a Paint file or some audio recording, whatever work you do is stored in the form of a file. So every file that you create on the computer has got a particular name to it and an extension to it. Now files, all these files that you work on the computer are saved in a separate place which is called as a folder. So suppose all your work related files you want to keep it in a particular place, or all your personal files you want to create in a different location. So all these files are stored in different locations which are called as folders or directory. So each directory or folder contains related files, and inside that particular folder you can also have subfolders. So folders help to easily get access to your files. So the way you want to save your files in particular different locations, that depends upon the way you want to save your files in different folders and subfolders. Now taking the live example of a home, you can have electricity bills for particular months, you can have your telephone bills, you can or some other grocery bills. Now all together, if you store all the things together in one place, it becomes very difficult to access those particular bills in the but other if other than that, if you will keep it in different folders, then it becomes easier for you to access. Even for that matter, your assignment sheets, so all the English assignment sheets, you keep it under the English folder, the science assignments in the science folder, maths in the maths folder. So if suppose you want to access only a maths file, you can immediately take it only from that particular maths folder. So this way folders help to arrange your files in a very systematic manner. Now let us understand how we will create such folders in the computer. The My Computer icon on the desktop gives you an entire preview of what are the contents of your drive or your computer. So the C drive, the D drive, the local drive, F drive, or if you have got some other drive, that is your pen drive, all the details of that will be shown to you when I double click on My Computer. On the left hand side pane, you'll get to see the desktop, the documents, and the C drive, D drive, like this. Whatever are the drives in your folder on your computer, all the contents of your computer is visible to you on your in the My Computers icon. When I click on computers icon, it will display to me all the contents of the computer. Now how will I create a particular folder inside one of these locations is what we are going to learn.
Let me now demonstrate how to create a folder in a particular drive. Now if you want to know what are the contents of a particular your computer, you will double click on the My Computer icon. You will get to see on the left hand pane will be all the drives and details, that is the documents folder, etc., which you get to see, and also the drives. Now if I want to create a folder inside the C drive, I'll double click on the C drive, and here I get to see all the folders which are currently present in my computer in the C drive. Now here you will see that the folders are all in yellow colored. This particular icon represents a folder. Now if I want to create a folder, the very easy method of doing is right click on any blank space and click on new. When I click on new, I get the folders icon here. I click on new folder. Here a new folder gets created, and here backspace and write down the name of the folder. Let's take My Practical File. This is the name of my folder. So here this folder of My Practical File now gets created in my C drive. Now if I want to create a shortcut to this on the desktop, that means that I can, the folder originally the folder will be saved in the C drive, but I want to create a shortcut. Creating a shortcut to a folder means that it can be easily accessed from my desktop. I need not come into the C drive, open my computer, then double click on C drive and then open the folder. I can directly access that folder from my desktop. For that purpose, I will right click on the folder, and here you can click on send to, and here the desktop option. So here you will be able to create a shortcut on the desktop for my this particular folder that I have created. So I click on the desktop option, and when I right click is minimize this, you will see that my folder practical, here this one is already created a shortcut. So if I create any file inside this, I can directly access this particular my practical file folder from my desktop, but the original location is in my computer. So in this way I can create a folder and also create a shortcut to that particular folder on my desktop. You can also create a shortcut by right clicking and create shortcut option. This will create a shortcut for the same particular file but on the same place. So it will create a shortcut in the same location which is not needed. Now you right click over here and you can also rename this particular folder with a new name, and it will give me a new name. I can rename this particular folder. So now the name of the file is, the folder is practical. We can also delete a folder by just simply clicking on the delete button and the folder gets deleted. Now suppose you want to pin a particular folder or any application to the taskbar, you can click or the start button. You can just simply say pin to start and it will automatically be displayed to you on the start button. So these are some of the options available in the for creating of folder. Now this particular folder is now there on the C drive, and a shortcut to this folder is there on my drive over here on the desktop. Now I can again right click over here and do the same procedures of deleting or renaming. We can also cut and copy and paste these folders wherever we want to. So I can copy this folder, I can create a copy of this folder and I can paste it in any other location that I want. Suppose I want it on the D drive, I will double click on the D drive, right click again and paste over here. So the shortcut to that file, that particular folder is pasted over here. This is the shortcut which I had copied and pasted into this particular drive. So copy, paste, cut, paste, all these options are available with the folder. You can perform all these operations like deleting a folder, renaming a folder, cutting and a folder and moving a folder, or copying and pasting a folder from one location to the other. All this can be easily done.
Now that we know how to create a folder, we will now understand how to create files inside a folder. As I already told you, files are the actual work that you do on the computer that gets stored into different files, and each of these files have got different file name and extensions. Extensions of a file name are used to identify the file type and in which application it is going to open. For example, a Word document will always have a file name along with the DOC or the DOCX extension, which means that this is a document file and it needs to be opened in Word. An Excel file will have an XLS extension, a PowerPoint file will have PPT extension, a Paint file has got the BMP extension, a picture file or a photograph may have a JPG extension, an audio file will have an AVI extension. So extensions of or a WAV file, WAV. So these are all the different types of extensions given to files to help the operating system to identify the type of file and open it in that particular application. So how to create a file and what are the different operations that we can do on a file is what we will learn next.
Let us now see how to create files inside folders. So I already created a practical file folder in my C drive. I will double click on that, and here I want to create a new file. So when I right click on this, it will give me the option new, and here I get to see the different types of files which I can create, that is Excel files or a PDF text or a notepad file, that is a PowerPoint file or any of the Access file or a Word document. All this can be easily created by just simply clicking on it. For example, if I want to create a Word document, a Microsoft Word document, I click on this and I give it a name, any name of my choice. So I'll write notes. So a new Word document gets created. Similarly, if I want to create a new Excel file, I simply click on new and Excel and give a name to it. Let's take calculations. So this is, I have created two files, the notes file which is in the Word document and Excel file which is calculations. In this way, I can right click and create files or PowerPoint files, or even I can create a normal text format, that is a WordPad type of a file from here. So files always are denoted by icons of different colors, and this which represents the type of application that it is being opened in. For example, a Word document will have a green X written on it, a Word document will have a W written on it, a PowerPoint has got a P. So this way different types of files can be created inside a folder. We can also create subfolders inside a folder. So already we have created a practical file. We can create a subfolder inside that. Let us take semester exam. So a subfolder inside. So our main, in the C drive I have created a folder called practical. Inside that I have created two files and a subfolder. Now let us understand what we can do with these files. We can, again, the same operations of cut, copying, pasting, renaming, deleting, all these actions can also be performed on these particular files. So I right click on the file and I can copy this file. Suppose I click on copy button and I want to paste it onto the D drive. So I can click on the D drive and I will inside this particular folder which I had created, or just simply I can click and paste on this. My Word file gets copied from this particular, from that location, that is the C drive practical file, into the D drive. So I can also rename this particular file here and click on rename and give it some other name of my choice. So this is called as renaming of a file. So renaming, copying, pasting, all these actions can be very easily done. We can also again create shortcut for this, or suppose the same way as I said, we can want to send this to the desktop. I want to click and create a shortcut for this computer notes file on the desktop. So I click on this and click on create, and you will notice that the shortcut for this particular file has been created on the desktop. So these are ways of working with files. So every file over here, now on the desktop you will find a variety of files and folders. So I want to arrange my files, so I can click and auto arrange my files. So they will all arrange my file. I can view my files as large icons, right click, view as small icons and medium icons. Now the same procedure we can do inside the folders as well. We can arrange our files and folders in a proper manner as large icons, view as large icons, extra large icons, small icons, list, etc. So I can click on extra large icons, right click, view as large icons, view my icons as medium icons, or I can even view them as a list and also view them as with details. So details will tell you what is the type of the file it is. It's a folder here, and the name or the time and the size of the file also you can get to see, or you can even get to see the time that it has been, the date and time that it has been created. We can also sort the data according to in ascending and descending order. So here this is the descending order, sort by the ascending order. Now this is the way we can work with our files and folders. Now let us open a document folder here. My document folder has got certain documents, or if I want to arrange suppose I have a folder over here and I've got some n number of files in this. Here this way I can also arrange my files and folders. Now I have got a PPT option over here. See, all the PPT files are arranged very properly in this, or I have got a question answer file which has got all the notes. So this way arranging of the files and folders makes it easier for us to work on our computer. So arranging our files in proper folders helps us to work clearly. Now here if I want, I can also right click and I can sort my files according to the type. I can sort it in ascending and descending order, or also on the type. So all my Word files come together and all my folders are in one. And I can also sort them as per the size or the date modified. So date modified means the later ones will come first and then the lower ones. So this way I can sort according to whatever order I want to. So I can sort it on type this way. Now here again I want to sort my files in a particular order. I can sort it by in descending order. So it will be Q to A. Sort my files by ascending order. So it will be from A to Q. So this is called as sorting of my files. Viewing, as I already told you, you can view it as large icons. Again, view by medium icon, small icon, list, tiles. This is the tiled way. This is the by content we can view this. So you can get to see exactly the type of the file, then the size of the file and the date and time that it has been created. So this way arranging of the files, viewing, I take it as only medium icons, it will not show you all the other details. So this way I can sort the files as well as arrange the files in any particular order, or even view my files in any way that I want to. So these are some of the options which are available for working on your files and folders.
Let us now see some of the common operations that we do using the mouse and the keyboard. So the mouse and the keyboard are two important units of a computer system which help us to work on do our work very smoothly. So let us understand what are some of the common keys that we use on the keyboard and some of the operations that we can do using a mouse.
Now I'm going to show you some basic mouse operations. So the first thing that we have to understand is that a mouse is used for selection as well as for opening an application. So for selecting a particular icon or a program, you just simply have to click on it. For example, if I just simply click on it, it is called a single click and it is for selection. For double clicking, for opening a particular application, we have to double click on it. So double clicking on a particular icon or an application will open it up for you. The next one is
the next application, drag and drop. Drag and drop means you can click on select an icon and you can drag it to any other location. So this is called dragging. I click on it, drag it and drop it at any other location. Also, I can drag a particular file. Here I can click on it, drag it and I can drop it into a particular folder. So now you will see that my Word file has got dragged in from my desktop and put into this particular folder called practical. I can drag and drop it any other location. Similarly, another operation that we can perform with the mouse is the right click. Right click is the shortcut for doing particular applications operations using the mouse. So when I want to rename, delete, copy, paste, all these operations, I can do it much faster by using the right click button. So the left mouse button is used for double clicking on the left mouse button is used for opening an application, and right clicking with the help of the mouse helps me to do some quick operations on the icons or on the applications. So these are the 4 uses of mouse. That is the single click for selection, double click for opening an application or a program, then right clicking for easy and quick work, and drag and drop for moving around the icons from one place to another. The next operation that we are going to learn is using a keyboard. So let us double click and open a Word document. When I double click and open a Word document and I type some matter in it, hello, how are you? Now here you will see the use of the backspace button, the delete button. Now the backspace button is used to delete any key or any alphabets which are to the left of the mouse pointer. So you will see here that the mouse pointer is here, and when I click the backspace button, it will move or it will delete the characters which are to the left of the mouse pointer. Whereas the delete key is used to delete the characters which are to the right of the mouse button. So the backspace is for the left part of the mouse pointer, and the delete is for to delete anything which is to the right of the mouse pointer. Similarly, the caps lock. Caps lock key is used for capital letters. So if I press the caps lock key, then the capital letter is activated, and when I press the caps lock key once again, the small letter is activated. So this is the caps lock key. We also have certain keys like the control key, which is used in combination. So if I want to select, I can select a particular and click on Control plus C, that is for copy, and I can say Control plus V, which is for pasting. So the Control plus X is used for the moving of some particular. For example, I want to move this. I will select this particular line and I can drag it and select it, dragging and selection like this. And also I can say Control and X, which means cut. Move this to another location and paste it by saying Control and V. So this way the control buttons have got their own particular use. Similarly, Shift. If I have a particular, I am typing some in small letters and I want to suddenly write something in capital, I can write only the Shift button and the alphabet, and it will be in the capital letter, the shift key. Also, we can have the Shift, the Alt and the Tab keys, which are used for switching between applications. So I press Alt and Tab, it will show me all the different applications which are there, and I can use my pointer and move to another application from that. So these are some of the basic keys which are in my keyboard, which we can use for working on the computer. So with this, we come to the end of this chapter on files, folders and basic computer operations using keyboard and mouse. I hope that you are now comfortable with using mouse and keyboards too, and also in creating of files, folders, renaming files, moving files and deleting files, and also to understand the basic concept of files, folders and what are file names and extensions given to these files, and how the operating system opens up these files in different applications. So with this knowledge, we will be able to work very well and organize our files in proper folders and help us to work better on the computer. So with this we end our chapter on files and folders. Thank you.